So good morning to all the ones who are meditating Monday morning with the rising sun, with the ring of power. This is my little coin I keep in my hand for this. And today we were connected with the question, we are still in the line, the rebirth of the light. And we wanted to ask, long time ago, human being discovered to light the fire. And what does this mean as ability for us today and as responsibility? What does this ability mean as responsibility for us today? And we had a beautiful fire this morning. And for me, it was very powerful. It was this feeling, yes, the time of renewal has already started and we have to face a lot of pain. And the more we are committed to the power of universal life, the more the fire can help and support the transformation process and also a purification process. And I was very close to all the ones who are suffering and hold them in the heart. The heart is the fire position in our body, so here is the fire burning. And just to say, I was reminded very strong on a pilgrimage, what we hold together with Benjamin from Mendelssohn, I will introduce him soon, where we had a pilgrimage where big fires were burning in the whole country in the United States, in the Owens Valley. And we came to indigenous people, and they are the only ones in the land who are allowed to hold the fire in such a summertime. So we lost the balance. And to know that fire keeping, protecting the fire brings universal wisdom, opens the channel to universal community, also to tribal knowledge. And I felt we are like a resurrection, like phoenix out of the ashes. Something wants to be born and reborn. And holding sacred fires is the key for it. It has a very deep meaning, that we really learn and see that the powers are out of balance and how can we bring them back. And this morning a strong rain was parallel, a soft rain parallel to the fire. And for me it was this symbol of holding polarity in unity is the key for the coming time. And that we don't polarize, that we don't set this kind of different opinions and struggle, but that we like and find the way, how do we bring it to the reconciliation and purification. And in this sense, I want this morning to introduce also Benjamin from Mendelssohn, who is holding the fire or keeping the fire since 2012, now in Tamara. And maybe you want to say some words about this deep process. What does it mean to take responsibility for the fire?
Thank you. Yeah, it's a beautiful moment actually to greet the planetary community of the Ring of Power with that question. Yeah, from rebirthing the light of how to take care of the light as human beings. What is our responsibility, especially with fire? And I also greet the whole spectrum, all our children inside who have been awed by fire, probably since we first saw it. We wondered about this power of transformation and what is going on in that moment. Matter is becoming something else, energy, light. And when I started asking what is this about fire, the answers were very moderate, let's say. It's molecules moving faster and therefore energy is unleashed. But the miracle of it, what's really taking place in this transformation, still awes me today. And I also feel that fires and being with fire connects us over time. It kind of warms up again our indigenous roots, the knowledge of the soul that we have been sitting at fires, at centers of community for ages. And this moment in humanity where we re-sanctify this knowledge is really essential, especially in a culture that is, in a way, not our culture, but our civilization is running on fire, on raw oil exploitation. And now I'm getting a little bit stereotypical for the shortness of time, but the the polarity of fire in polarity with water, and what it means as a fire of the intellect and insight, and the fire of intention and clarity and structure, all these classical qualities that we connect to it, they undergo such a deep transformation in respect to water, in respect to the feminine, in respect to being connected to source, reconnected to source, resourcing instead of exploiting resources. Yeah, for me that is such a deep process, and I can say especially for men, maybe that's because I am a man, but definitely for the masculine, so that it's not the intellect or the globalization, the expansion, the power of expansion that comes with fire, that isn't bad, but that it reconnects to source and to generating life, to caretaking of life. And in a way, this analogy that we often quoted with the redwoods, the coastal redwoods, that need fire for their reproduction. As all plants and trees, they need water, of course. These giant, beautiful, majestic trees and their tiny, tiny seeds, they actually need to go through the cycle of fire to be fertile. So I really call in the fertility and creativity of that polarity that we are living in. Thank you, with blessings, to learn more about the humbleness we need to be with fire.
Thank you. Have a blessed week.
Thank you.